It's a common routine for students across the nation to begin their school day by standing for the pledge, and Norwood High School is no different.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
The entire student body recites the Pledge of Allegiance in unison as part of their daily morning news show. But a few students have been expressing their First Amendment rights by not standing or fully participating in the morning routine.
The reason that I sit is for the injustices, the inequalities, and the discrimination all throughout the country, because we are not equal, we are not indivisible, there's not liberty and justice for all.
I just stand up and not say anything because I just don't like saying the under God, because I'm atheist, and it's honestly kind of bringing religion into schools because you're telling kids to say under God.
Students have the right to not participate in the pledge, but science teacher Ann Sheffield hopes that they truly understand the message they may be sending.
I think that kids who are just sitting should be aware that there are other people who have friends and family who gave up that much for their country, and by them sitting, they're insulting those people.
And it's not just teachers that are upset. Other students, such as sophomore Evan Van Hosen, believe that more kids should be standing during the pledge.
I feel like most students who are sitting during the Pledge of Allegiance are sitting because they feel this country has done them wrong, or someone or something has done them wrong. But sitting, you aren't fixing anything. But by standing, you can stand and address what you feel needs to be addressed.
Sophomore Angie Verone says she's well aware of what statement she's making.
For me, social justice is such an important element of the country, and we should be striving to reach that goal where we are equal. There is liberty and justice for everyone, and I think that the only way to change that is by starting doing things so small as just sitting for the pledge every morning. That's the way that you draw attention to it.
While there has been some debate among students and faculty about what the pledge means, the protests haven't caused any major conflicts.
Almost certain that teachers have noticed it, just they haven't mentioned it.
Multiple times, teachers have told me or said to me, "Why are you sitting down?" Sometimes I just don't get into it. I don't want to go on a whole tangent of why I don't believe the words that the pledge says, but other times I'm just I'm just not going to stand because I just don't believe in it.
Science teacher and Air Force veteran Howard Allen supports that right to protest.
I don't have a problem with people sitting during the Pledge of Allegiance. That's really what I fought for. And I think that when Colin Kaepernick started this year sitting during the national anthem, a lot of veterans, anecdotally at least, the ones that I have heard, supported him and not. That's part of the free speech that we have in this country.
Drama teacher and Eagle Scout John Quinn doesn't always stand for the pledge, and he says it has nothing to do with protest.
In school, I'm kind of chill or relaxed about not always standing for that, because there are a number of students who aren't U.S. citizens, for example, in a public school. And I don't want to always feel like that pressure is on them to stand. I think, frankly, it'd be better if the phrasing were, "and now if you'd like to stand for the pledge," instead of "please stand for the pledge" every day. Because it's just strange to me that in a country that believes so heavily in liberty that you're sort of forcing people to do something.
There are currently no plans to stop reciting the pledge at NHS. So while some students will continue to protest, at least that might get some needed conversations going. Reporting for Mustang Magazine, I'm Tim Rose.